All right, guys. So welcome back to my channel. And if this one are your first time, thank you very much for joining. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always sticking out. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow us. All right. Today I won't talk about so many people. They reach out to me, especially to ask me like, how much it go costs for them if they won't come abroad, come study. Like I don't talk for my previous videos. Cases this lot, like there are different situations and scenarios and factors like people can consider. In fact, if two people they even go the same school and they won't study the same thing, in fact there are so many things that can be different. For example, proof of fund where each person fee bring. For example, like now let's say okay, person A and person B won't go the same school and they won't even study the same course, and at the same amount of school fees that they charge them. Now, let's assume person A pay for 1 year and person B pay for 1 semester. And now let's say two of them can't even go appointments like for their visa appointment, and they submitted the approval for maybe this one submit like 5M, this one submit like 5M, and then this one can't get, this one no can't get visa, and then they go can't they like but we did almost the same thing. No, there are circumstances with the difference. There are so many issues, like there are so many factors, because one, this one even paid more, so that means the responsibility, like the person expenses don't reduce while your own they high, because the person has paid more tuition fee than you. You understand? So there are so many factors, and that is why there is no always straight answer. But this for this video, which I would just want to do, I won't give you like more of a like a skeletal quotes, a skeletal like breakdown of what you should look for. You understand? Like you could just use like a mental picture of how much you should get. You understand? And I'm going to give you like a real, like a little of a little above estimates, like that one TikTok, I'm like a little above of what is really obtainable right now, because between the distance of when you may probably start and now, you know, because of inflation with the Nigeria and everything, so it go day, you not go to shoot yourself for leg, because if I give you like the exact amount of, based on the research I don't do today, as at when you go feel one day ready, because some people this video will actually come handy for them like maybe next year or something like that. I know things go down really probably the higher or lower, but trust me, in Nigeria, everything they always go up. Everything go up, no, they come down. So I'm gonna give you like some kind of a breakdown that you should have in mind, and then if you're planning anything, you have to plan towards that. Now, first and foremost, let's start from the scratch. And I'm making this video with the intention of people who want to masters. You understand? People who want to master. So I'm going to get this, like I'm using that picture, and then if I can really maybe calm down, I know that the difference will not really be so much for people who they go for BSc, but I go still see maybe in the future I go make videos regarding for like bachelors. But for right now, I get master students for mine to take to this video. So like I said, the difference is not really much if you just take the things with the valuable from there. Now the first and foremost be this: getting your if you never collect your bachelor's certificate from the university where you finish from, or you never get transcripts, then you need to get it. And now using like government school, government higher institution as a yardstick, just budget like 150. Say you want collect your transcripts, you want collect your BSc certificate. I know that so many school with 70K, 50K, you can get all these things. But just to, like I said, I just they give room for adjustment. So get like 150,000 naira. You go fit sort your transcripts and your bachelor certificates. So that's one. And then number two, I won't believe say you don't get your original WAEC certificate. If you never get them, you go need go collect them. As at when I collected my own, that was many years ago. Even before I went to college, I had to get my original WAEC certificate. So I got it, I think, around within 2K to 5K. And it's been many years, and this is 2024. So it go down feed it more expensive. So go, if you did for Lagos, I think where did they collect an for Ogba, WAEC for Ogba. So go there, make inquiries on how you go take collect them. Right now, I really don't have the actual amount so that they take collect WAEC. So that's that. So you can write the estimate. Once you make inquiry, write the amount down. Next step where you go do be say your application fee for the schools where you want apply. Now, application fee vary from school to school. Even within one country, people charge application fee differently. So now school they determine these things. You understand? So for Europe, I'm looking this video more now for people for Europe because I think that there I get more knowledge more. For Europe, you could see application fee between 50 euro and above. And I think the highest I've seen so far is 200 euros. So 50 euros to 200 euros, that's for application fee. So you could need to write that one down. And going for authentication and legalization of your Nigerian documents. I don't make videos on legalization and authentication. I don't even post video of how you go fit take book appointments and upload your documents. So check my videos, you go see them. And to authenticate your results for Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now, it also varies. If you did want to do one by yourself, just like the way I did, and depending on the number of certificates, like number of copies you want make, just budget like 20k. Like ideally 20k if you know exhaust them, if you want to do everything on your own, just budget like 20k. As at when I did mine, I think I spent total of like 10k. So I'm just adding more extra 10k. So if you want to do them by yourself, but again, if you say maybe you get person who will help you run them and everything, you fit still negotiate. But based on that, so let me just say from 20k and above. So you go do waiting, they okay for you. Say if now you want to do them by yourself, maybe 20k go run am for you. That for that. Then for tuition fee, which is like the main. Now, when you come for Europe, Europe tuition fee they different according to schools. You understand, and according to countries. Now, for many schools for Europe, um, first of all, master's program for Europe are 2 years, like 95% of it are 2 years, and then bachelor's certificate degrees now 3 years. You understand? So 2 semesters make one academic year. You understand? Just like the same way it be for our own country. So 2 semesters make one academic year. So for master student, like normally now 4 semesters that they get. But you get some courses for masters. Why don't we be three semesters? You understand? But 4 semesters ideally make 2 academic year for master's program. So some schools they actually accept make people they pay per semester. You understand? Why some schools just want make you they pay per year, and why some school go want make you pay 1 year first, then the subsequent one if you pay per semester, and the same thing applies to bachelors. So it depends on your school. So just know waiting they applicable to you. But per semester fee, you can get as low as from 800 euros per semester and above. So some schools if you see 800 euros per semester, some schools if you see 1,000 euros per semester, some schools if you see 1,500 euros per semester, some schools if you even see 2,000 euros per semester. You understand? But I think total rough like the highest amount I've seen so far like is around like 11,000 euros, and I think that was in Malta or something like that. But in Poland, I think it's more of like I think the highest I've seen for a year is not up to 5,000 euros. I don't think it's up to 5,000 euros. So, like I keep saying, it's when it comes to Poland gets like very good educational system, and it is quite affordable for many people. So you might want to look up for Poland. And I think more of my videos could center more around Poland, because now Poland I know more and I did for Poland, and you know I can give more information on Poland unlike other European countries. Although many of the time the similarities not too different because they are both in EU and Schengen zones, and you know the difference not just small. You understand? Because many of them they get uniformity when they talk about EU. Trust me, you get uniformity a lot. So tuition fee, like I mentioned, per semester you can get as low from 800 euros and above. So depending on the school, so that's why you need to find your school with so many factors that you're looking out for in a school. Once you get a school, then that will actually determine how much you want to write down for tuition fee. That's that. Now, visa application fee. Most times, for Poland, now right now it is 80 euro. So to apply for visa, you need to pay 80 euro as visa fee before like your documents will be reviewed and everything. You understand? So, but so far, and I think that's like the cheapest so far. I think that's the cheapest so far in you. So from visa fee could be as little as from 80 euro. So I don't know the country that has the highest. For example, from 80 euro and higher. So any country where they go for Europe, please try find out how much be their visa application. So it is very necessary. Go on Google, check on the embassy, the country of your choice embassy website. The information they always stay there. There are always different categories of visas, and you will choose the one where you want. So subsequently for my videos too, I can talk about the type of visas where people where they come for Poland go need, and you know maybe also show how to book an appointment, or how to fill your visa application too. That's necessary. But I just dey do my video in bits for those people where they try to apply now. So we don't talk about the documents they need, how to apply for schools, how to do their authentication and legalization. We just dey take and gradually till we get to that stage. That's that. So a visa application fee from 800 euro and above. Choose your country and then research about how much be the visa application for that country. So that's that. And what else again? Now, I no go really talk about proof of fund. Proof of fund are really very sensitive matter where I just feel like people should just not just talk about. But what I would always encourage you is that get money for um your bank account. You understand? Get money. Again, I think much later I go still make video elaborately more for like proof of fund, like the things people are really getting wrong when it comes to proof of fund. So people go say, they have lots of money in their bank accounts, but they reject them. You understand? In as much as say we don't know the exact thing where these people they look out for, but I can still give you something like generic. And there's one saying by one of these people. They thought say, when you are being honest, when they try submit, like you are stating the truth, the facts. You don't need to have a good memory, because the person wey dey lie, they try to won't get good memory, because e go try to they won't remember what you don't talk before. But if you're not lying, if you're saying things the way they are, you don't need to have a good memory to remember. You understand? So, but generally, I will just talk a general view, like proof of fund. Now, one sensitive issues way I don't want to try to dey talk about. You understand? So, but before you start any of your um jackpot process, just make sure say you get your proof of fund. If na person wan sponsor you, make sure say the person gets the required amount of money, and just present it, explain everything detail as how you go take be. So proof of fund na personal issue where people go sort out on their own. And then make sure say whatever you or having, like I said, I'm going to really talk elaborate very well on this proof of fund. But whatever you're submitting as your proof of fund, make sure that every country always have their living expenses for 1 year, and it is always on their website. So your proof of fund should contain your living expenses, your flights back to your country, your the remaining balance of your school fees, and the rest of it. So you need to have everything inside. Now, waiting make them up. And to be on the safer side, let it just be times 2 of whatever calculation you get, just to be on the safer side. But much later, this video not be the video I want to talk about like proof of fund. So your proof of fund, you're gonna um determine that for yourself, because I think traveling abroad mainly determines on proof of fund. You understand? It is really very necessary, because when you get to a foreign country, this is the money you need in order to survive. You understand? So that's that. So you also need to buy like travel insurance for those people coming to Europe. I think as at just budget like let's say 30K. I know it should be lesser, that if you're buying for like 1 year plus or 2 years, you can 30K, you have to buy health insurance, travel insurance. And this travel insurance is only valid for like um it is only valid for, your flight duration. If you miss your bag, you know in case of eventuality, God forbid person die, to carry the corpse come back to the person country and everything. So those are like the things it can cover. That travel insurance does not cover your health insurance when you get to that country. Like for Poland, I know very well, it no cover that one. So like I mentioned, that travel insurance is valid for that number of years when you buy them, just for like all those eventuality, deaths, carry the corpse back, so that the insurance company could take care of all those things. But it doesn't apply to the national health insurance. There, you need to buy a private one, or if you get a job, then it's part of the things that are like statutory deductions. It's a must. It's just like for our country where we dey deduct payee and pension. Wey be say before your salary come, if you dey earn 120K as gross, no be 120 go reach your hand. If you be by the time they don't deduct like everything, if it just be like that kind of 100K go enter your hand. So that's so it be. So that health insurance you go buy that's like put like 30K, write them down. And then what else? There are some like, some affidavits, or when you go do, relationship affidavits, you go swear your relationship affidavit, go sponsor, go swear affidavits, and the rest of it. So all those miscellaneous, they are not, like I said, I just want to exaggerate the amounts. Just have like 100K, keep side. You go get change from that money, no fear. You understand? But just to be on the safer side, just keep 100K for all those. It looks very, very small, but by the time you go do printing, you go snap passports, you go do all this one, trust me, half of that money if you go. You understand? But just keep 100K. You go get change, no fear, but just keep 100K. Say, okay, all these affidavits, photocopy, passports, passport photograph, and the rest. Just keep 100K for those ones, just to cover, you know, that's one. Then I think that's like the major thing. Then your flight to Abuja, because the embassy of Poland and many of these European countries, na Abuja it dey. Na Abuja you go see many of these embassies. You understand? So if you dey live for Abuja, congratulations, you not even get stress. But if you dey live for Lagos like me, as before I come out, you go need go Abuja. So transportation for Abuja, like that time before I come out, I remember say like transport to Abuja by road. Now that kind that kind thing, 25K to 30K to Abuja as at that time. But fear they catch me for because of all these road things and everything. So I had to flew. But I feel it was not because like I had so much money, but I just feel like it's just better to be safe than to be sorry. And maybe when some things happen, they're going to run, they gather money and all those things. So I'd rather just use their money, part of it, and just fly. So if you can afford to fly, please by all means do. Um, just budget if you're going by road. And I think one of the things one of these videos will try to help you do is this. If I would suggest that before, you can go to Abuja only once if you can, or twice. Like for me, I went twice, and I went twice before because I went to Abuja first of all. I go do legalization and authentication for Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I can't come back to Lagos, and then when I had visa appointment, I go back to Abuja again. Can't come back, but I waited in Abuja, then can't come back. Why some people go lots of time, but in order to save you money and save you the stress, especially for those people they travel by road, because to sit down for motor for like 10 hours, it's 10 hours, easy, and the risk, and coupled with the fact say road not too good, I they always feel for I just dey always feel pity for these people. So I would suggest say when you go Abuja for your authentication and legalization, try get your visa appointment. Once you don't get your visa appointment, let's say for example, let's say your visa appointment go be, let's say, August 1st, for example. If you fit try, go Abuja like 1 week before your appointment date. e go dey okay. And for those people they work, I know so many people they work and maybe they no fit come up for work. If you get annual leave and you get time for mind, say you want japa, never use your annual leave because it will come handy that period. So um once you don't reach like that period, you fit just take like 1 week leave, then go Abuja like a week ahead, do your authentication and legalization, and then wait for your appointment. If you don't do your appointment finish, you feel come back. Then some people they come back, then go back later. As at when they come, then ask them to come pick their passports. They'll come pick up. But if say your work now remote, congratulations for you. That means say if you just find somewhere for Abuja stay, then collect them and then come back. Or again, some people they give all these security people, may they help them collect them. If your liver carrier to drop your passport with somebody, a total stranger, people they do am. But for me, I no get that liver to drop my passport for a total stranger to help me collect them. So I just wanted to just inconvenience myself and collect it. So that's that. Then if you can't get your visa, congratulations. That means to book your flights. And again, so to book your flights, like depending on the period when you did come out, you understand. So some people, in fact, there are some people who even booked flights those days as low as 300k plus to come to like Europe. Why some people like me, I was one of those people that booked like very expensively, like very, very, it was very expensive because I left almost after like Christmas period. So the rushing was mad. In fact, it was just few hundred, just like hundred and few thousands away from 1 million when I booked my flight. So it's really crazy. So that's that. So keep your flight for like let's say 1M because sometimes if you pass, but with 1M if you still find all these cheaper one. Just 1M for flight. So all these thing wide, all this amount where I don't mention, the ones I mentioned for euro or whatever, use the exchange rate for like today, as at the day where you dey watch the video, they can convert those ones I mentioned in euro. You understand? So whatever it gives you, that's like a rough estimate of what you will be spending. You understand? Like I said, you see, for this video, I really did not give you like this school fees is this school fees is that. Maybe much later I would be reviewing schools because I have the intentions like in my free time, I go find school, I go talk about the school for that particular academic section. Then for those people who are interested, they will just apply. So I will give you the exact amount. So that one will make sense. But right now, I'm just giving you like an overview picture of the amount where you suppose hold. You understand? Like the rough estimate. But as time goes on, I will measure like so school. Maybe for example, University of Lisbon. I don't know whether there's any school called University of Lisbon, but now for example. So I will just measure like maybe University of Lisbon for so course. This is the amount, this is the amount, this is the amount. So anybody will get the interest as at that academic section will apply. So that's what I intend to do subsequently. So this one are more of like landing page and just soft landing for people. So basically that's it. And then if finally you can't reach this stage, you can't reach this time for you to book your flights, like of which I know so many people, and I think so many people are really coming to like Europe this period because so far they've been reaching out to me, like trust me, so many people talk to me like it's shocking. And I waiting make me start this video so that anybody will just reach out to me, I'll refer them to this video so that they go watch and also forward to people where then go make use of them. Because talking to different people different time it's not easy. But I'm very, very glad, I'm happy that as many people that I have reached out to me and will follow to the end, like it's ended in praise, and seeing them happy and wanting to come to Europe also gives me joy. You understand? You know, it's for those people who don't always know me, even from right from universities. If I pass through stress, get something, I know they like me. Other people pass through that stress, and I try to make it easier for them. Because me, if I got it easier, I would have loved it. But if I had to go through that pain, me, I'm not that kind of a person who be say because something I pass through pain to get something, other people have to pass through pain to get something else. So no, it shouldn't be so. This is my own like little contribution to humanity, and I just feel like if everybody just contributes one way or the other like that, this life will become like a very good place for people to live. So I think like more videos, the things where I go talk if you won't come Europe, if you want to travel abroad generally, the things where you suppose carry, especially for this Europe, I'll tell you the things where you suppose carry and the things where you not supposed carry if they come, Yeah, I think that's also just go through the things where you don't write down, just get a general view. But to get more a more accurate sum, try to research the school where you want to go to and the country where you want to go to. You understand? So that will help you a lot. That will help you a lot. So once you don't know the school fee, the amount go down, they make sense for your side. You understand? So accommodation again too, because though I didn't really talk about accommodation, because accommodation too could be part of your proof of fund, because your proof of fund is made up, like I mentioned, your proof of fund is made up of your balance of tuition fee, your flight ticket back to your home country, and your rent, and with the money where you go take chop, man must chop. So, all right, so now here I will drop this curtain for today, and if I get more time, I go to more videos. So, peace out. All right.